Data shows that 750,000 people living with HIV are in urgent need of life-saving treatment. Yet 230,000 can be able to access treatment. Now, Mr. Mao, as a future president who is going to repair damages, what plans do you have to ensure that every Ugandan eligible for life-saving treatment gets it, and how do you plan to address the rampant drug stockouts of malaria, tuberculosis, and HIV and AIDS?
On World AIDS Day, on 1st December, I was in Lira. That day I was supposed to be in Apache. That day I invited the National Association of Women Living with AIDS and their partner organizations. And I made specific pledges. In fact, my office will deliver to them a signed copy of my pledge. The Uganda government today has left the issue of funding AIDS treatment to donors. But we are citizens of Uganda. We are not citizens of America or citizens of any other country. When it comes to HIV/AIDS, all that the government has done is to talk. And the time for talking has passed. We now need to act. We need to increase the share of the budget that goes to health. And when I talk of health, that means we are targeting the main killers. Among these killers are HIV/AIDS, malaria, and TB. In our manifesto, we are promising Ugandans that we shall raise the health budget to 15%. Secondly, if you analyze the budget which is provided for drugs, you'll find that every Ugandan actually is entitled to 800 shillings only. All of you here, you are exactly expected to spend 800 shillings every year for your drugs. We are pledging that we are going to increase the contribution of the Uganda government for the purchase of HIV/AIDS drugs, the antiretroviral drugs. We are going to make sure that we no longer only have to depend on the foreigners. One specific pledge: every child who needs treatment will be treated free of charge at the government expense, because children are being neglected. We are also going to invest in the equipment that is needed for testing. These days, for instance, in northern Uganda, everybody who needs to be tested, the CD4 counts and all these other tests that go with the treatment regime, the blood samples have got to be taken to Gulu. And of course, the blood samples can arrive in a condition when they can no longer bring proper results. So we are going to invest in that equipment.